Hi, hello. My desk is a little stacked up on it at the moment. I did forgot about that, so we're just gonna do the review like this. So Dalek is perhaps one of the best Doctor Who episodes of Series 1 to date. You know, if you think about it, not to date, but you think about it, just, I can't. That's what you want to see right now. I don't know how else to do it. You can't see me that way. Hold on. If I can't set this up too. Alright. I think I got it now. So Dalek is probably one of the best Doctor Who episodes of Series 1. Could be on a list of the top 10 episodes of the series as a whole. And it finds Rose and the Doctor in 2012. Yeah. In an underground bunker owned by Henry Van Staten, whose actor you probably recognize from the 1999 Mummy film, along with some other minor roles that he's done, but I don't know him from the Mummy film. And Van Staten is very protective / invested in what he calls a metaltoid or a metalroid, something like that. And so when Doctor and Rose were found, a doctor is sent in to look at it, see if he can figure out, help them figure out what it is. And this whole scene where he goes in, he introduces himself, he goes, "Hi, I'm the Doctor," and it's dark, can't see what it is, and you just hear, "Doctor." The look on the Doctor's face, Christopher Eccleston's acting in this episode in general, is just, and the look on his face when he realizes what it is. "Impossible," he says. And it shows the Dalek there. And then immediately, that change from being scared, and then when he realizes that the Dalek's laser doesn't work, a complete turnaround into happiness. A smile. And then Rose fucks it up when she goes in to talk to him. It takes some of her DNA and that rejuvenates it. This episode also introduces us to Adam. Yeah, he wasn't long for the show. Only 2 episodes, but as a companion, he really brought nothing other than greed to the show. And this was done on purpose. Apparently the show creators wanted to bring in a character that would be a temporary companion. He wouldn't last that long. So it was Adam. But I don't know. When I get to this episode, I gotta put my whole feelings towards Adam together in next episode. But here he's actually written decently. I think maybe they made the decision after this episode. We'll get to that in the next review. But yeah, just watching this episode again, wow. Oh my god. One Dalek causes so much trouble, so much damage. One Dalek, because it's smart. There's a scene where Adam, Rose, and one of the officers, they run up on the stairs and they think, can't go up the stairs. And then he just says, "Elevate." and raises up, which I think is cheating, but it's still kind of cool. And there's this scene where these soldiers are just shooting at him, and he's got this force field, so nothing's happening, and they just keep shooting at him, shooting at him. And he raises up, shoots his laser, which now works because of his rejuvenation by Rose, into the fire alarm, causing the sprinklers to come out. And then he shoots electricity, electrocuting everyone on the floor, and then shoots at the people standing on the side there, and electrocutes them. He kills all those people. They say it's over 100 people dead because of this. And, yeah, by the end, Staten gets punished because it is his fault. His insistence in trying to figure out what it is trying to get it to talk. His insistence, even when the chips are down, as stuff starts happening, he still insists in not killing the Dalek. Of course, the Doctor has to put it into his own hands to kill the Dalek. Another scene that shows that Christopher Eccleston can act. The rejuvenation by Rose's DNA has changed, mutated the Dalek to the point where it has feelings. As the Doctor explains, that the only feelings that Dalek has is hate. But because of the splicing of DNA between him and Rose, he has other feelings now. And just the idea, he tells Rose he wants his freedom, and he shoots a hole through the ceiling, and the sun comes through, and Rose comments on how she never thought she would feel the sun again, and the Dalek says, "How does it feel?" and opens up his metal container so that his little gooey brain body can feel it. And he realizes he's not the same. The Doctor comes in with a blaster to destroy it, and Rose stops him. And during this conversation, the Dalek realizes he wants to die. And because the Dalek only follows orders, and because now he and Rose are tangled in DNA, he can only follow other of his kind. And now that he and Rose have their DNA tangled, he can only follow her. So he begs her to order him to die, which eventually she reluctantly does. And he has those little balls on the side of him come out and kill himself. It's powerful as the Doctor realizes that he's the only one left from the Time War. That would change, but in this moment, as they get ready to leave, the Doctor says, "I am alone." He's the only one left. And then they leave. Van Statten's memory is erased. Apparently the protocol is to erase people's memories and shove them on the side of the road somewhere. I don't know. This happens at the beginning to show you what happens, and then he gets it done to him. But here's my problem. Mindless grunts I can see, but this guy's Henry Van Statten. He's known. So for him to just be memoryless on the side of the road, someone's going to drive by and recognize him, right? He's not going to be erased from the history books. Or is he? I don't know. There's also a couple of problems I have in this episode. Is as soon as Van Statten finds out that the Doctor is another endangered species, the only one left, he immediately chains him up like a specimen. And I get why he does this, because he's trying to get the most, he has a museum, he's trying to get the most rare specimens, but was it needed? Not really, especially since he's not there for long. Once they realize they need the Doctor, once the Doctor starts getting out, once the Dalek gets out, they need the Doctor, so he's released from this restraints. But Yeah. And Adam. Now, I don't have a real big problem with Adam in this episode, but I do have a problem with the fact that they're just shipping him and Rose. When poor Mickey, back home, and he didn't go because he's too scared to go. Rose doesn't know that, and thinks the doctor just, said no, he can't come. But still, to leave poor Mickey back there and flirt with the first guy you run into. This is the first guy after she decided to go back with him, the doctor. So, yeah, first guy she meets, she flirts with. And poor Mickey. Poor Mickey. Back home, just waiting for her to come back. I feel for the guy. And maybe the producers saw this and maybe that's why they decided next episode to do what they did, but I didn't like that. I was like, you have a boyfriend. Like, she's flirting with him. And she's like, when he asked if she and the doctor are together, she says no. And he's like, good. But she doesn't tell him, oh, but I do have a boyfriend. He's just back home. No, she doesn't mention Mickey at all, poor guy. Poor Mickey. I feel for Mickey because Rose, the intergalactic tease. Who knows? Yeah. And like I said, great acting from Christopher Eccleston in this one. Just great acting. There is a part of this episode where he thinks Rose is dead. And Christopher Eccleston just lets it go. He goes off on Van Staten. He belts out the speech that had me in tears. Just, I couldn't protect her. She's only 19. Even though the actress is actually 23 at the time. But, yeah. But the Dalek doesn't kill her because of the DNA that's spliced in between. He can't. It's a great episode. Yeah, there are parts... I would say that a good episode can have me up on my toes. Like, have me standing at times. And there were times stuff was happening, I stood up and I stood right by the TV. And I was right with it. It's like when you watch wrestling and something big happens, stand up. This was very much that. Twice during the... third times, whatever, 2-3 times in the episode, I stood up. The electrocution scene made me stand up. The scene where the Dalek elevate, that one got me standing up like, what? And then when Rose supposedly died, I stood up. I knew she wasn't dead, but it's just, the idea of, what? I mean, how does she survive? But think about it, watching this episode for the first time, it seemed that she might be dead. And she just went back. Think about this, okay? You're watching this episode for the first time. Keep in mind, episode prior, the doctor clearly told Jackie he cannot promise she will be safe. And you think she's dead. What effect would that have on you? What kind of effect would that be? He told Jackie he can't guarantee that she would be safe. And she could possibly be dead. Could possibly be dead. Just think about that. It's dark. Although I'm going to bring into question one thing. The doctor says that there's anyone else out there like him, he'd be able to feel it. Now, you could say that a certain Time Lord's fob watch could probably keep him from being detected. But as we find out in Series 3... I think it's Series 3. there are more Time Lords out there. There is one more Time Lord at least. Still alive. You just don't know who he is at this point. And he'll soon have a master plan. If you know what I mean. That's not till Series 3, but yeah, it's just... This episode gives you the feels, let me tell you. Very good episode. So I want to know, what are your thoughts on this episode, Dalek? Do you think it's one of the better episodes of Season 1, or Series 1? After I finish reviewing each episode of a series, I'm going to stop and I'm going to do a top 5, because there's only like certain episodes in each season, each series, whatever. I'll do a top 5 episodes, yeah. And I'll yeah. Each one, top 5 favorite episodes, because there's only like 13 episodes per season, so it's hard to do a top 10. Especially if you're like me and you can do like, if you count 2-parters as one continuous story, and so 2-parters would be 1 episode count, which I probably do. But yeah, this was a great episode. So what are your thoughts on this episode? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. I'm going to try to get the desk cleared off, so then we'll do it back to the regular way. But we'll see. Till then, see you in the next one.